I'm Jeff Castaldo. This is Your Medicine Fitness. Reverse lunges. Set up for stability by standing with neutral alignment and placing your feet so your knees are wider than your hips. Notice how far apart my feet are. It is helpful that my feet stay at the width or slightly wider while moving into and out of the lunge position. Eccentric phase. As you step back into a lunge, the rear foot placement helps track the knee of the front leg over the fifth toe, aka the pinky toe, and the hip travels toward the midline. A good way to ensure proper tracking is to step slightly laterally, allow your hip to rotate internally, and point your torso in the direction of your fifth toe, the pinky toe. Only the toes and ball of the foot make contact with the ground. The objective of the front leg is to support almost all of one's weight and assist in tracking the knee over the fifth toe and hip toward the midline. The heel of the front foot must always remain on the ground. Movement guide. Your hips will move behind. The knee of the target leg will move forward over the fifth toe. The top of the torso and head will move over the target knee. The transition phase. At the bottom of the lunge, pause for at least 1 second. It is important not to immediately return from the lunge unless you have a stretch shortening cycle objective. During this pause, at the bottom, check that your knee is aligned over your pinky toe, your hip has moved to the midline, and you feel your weight bearing down on the front leg. Only allow minimum pressure on the back leg, enough to maintain proper tracking of the front leg. Concentric phase. At the end of your transition phase, drive the front foot down into the floor while maintaining proper knee, hip, and torso alignment. As you gain experience, you will be able to trigger your glutes, quadriceps, and hamstrings before driving your body back upward. Common mistakes. If you step too far back, check by using a mirror. Your perception of the movement may be different from what is happening. Putting too much weight on the back leg. This may cause unmanageable shear forces through the knee joint. Not moving the knee forward. Check by using a mirror. Your perception of where the knee is moving may be inaccurate. The knee not tracking far enough forward may also occur because the quadriceps are not strong enough for the load or the ankle mobility is poor. See my ankle mobility videos. Not hinging at the hips, causing your torso to be straight up and down. The torso angle is adjusted by hinging at the hip joint, acetabulum, where the top of your leg, femur, connects to the pelvis. Finally, do not focus your gaze too high while lunging, which causes cervical extension, neck extension. Before you begin to lunge, gaze at a spot towards the ground so that as you descend, you do not have to extend your cervical spine to look out in front of you. Try to maintain neutral neck alignment. Do not lift or drop your chin while lunging downward, unless you want to check a few lunges in the mirror. It is important to note during this leg exercise that the head, spine, and hip remain in a neutral alignment during this movement.